You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Massive game today for the Jets and the Dolphins. Of course, TYREEK Hill is chasing 2,000, and I mean 2,000 receiving yards. And a lot of people want to know, are the Jets going to have to deal with him today? And we'll get to this because before we end this video, his status will be determined or should be determined. And just from some video that's been put online by Jeff Darlington, I would be led to believe that TYREEK Hill's probably going to end up being active in this game. Now, the Jets need to win out. Let's just be honest. They need to win out. They need some help. The Browns is on the schedule ahead of after the Dolphins, and they need to win out because of this. This came out late last night. Aaron Rodgers very likely to be medically cleared to play with that target, of course, on that big Washington Commanders game for the Jets. This is Schefter that put this out after recently being cleared to practice. Aaron Rodgers is likely to be medically cleared to play this upcoming week, league sources told ESPN. So, winning this game becomes paramount because if they don't win, he's probably not going to come back. All right, if they win, they're still technically in the playoff race, especially at 6-8. But being medically cleared doesn't necessarily mean Rodgers automatically will take the field on Christmas Eve against the Commanders. Rodgers and the Jets organization still need to get together to discuss if returning next Sunday is the next step they want to take. Much could depend on the outcome of the Jets' Week 15 Sunday game in Miami against the Dolphins and if New York still has a chance of making the postseason. Rodgers has acknowledged he won't be 100% until after the season, but has said he would be willing to play if the Jets are in the playoff race. The four-time MVP has also said, quote, it wouldn't make a ton of sense to return if the Jets, 5-8, are mathematically eliminated. Don't sleep on the fact that Zach Wilson actually played pretty good last weekend. But the fact that Rodgers, 40, is even in the position to be medically cleared from a torn Achilles that he suffered 4 plays into the Jets season opener just over 3 months ago is something of a medical miracle. We know he used a bridge Achilles procedure. It's a newer procedure. It's a procedure that they talk about Cam Akers down here, used it to return in just over 4 months during the 2021 season. Rodgers was said to have had 2 impressive days of practice in the past week, leaving coaches and teammates thoroughly pleased with what they saw. But Rodgers also didn't have to elude any oncoming pass rushers, escape from the pocket, or do some of the things that would force him he'd have to do in a real game. So that leads me over to the schedule because, it's one thing if they can beat the Dolphins somehow. This is going to be a tough game. And this just in, breaking news by way of Ian Rappaport, and this may have just improved the Jets' chances. While we were waiting for this, I've been waiting. I have got Game Day up on television right now, and it's the main reason I wanted to bring this up. And let me just go over to Rappaport very quickly. I'll see if he's put it on his Twitter because they've put it on the TV. And sources: Dolphins star wide receiver TYREEK Hill ankle is inactive today. That is a massive blow to the offense that the Jets are going to... Look, that's a massive blow to the Dolphins, but it makes things a lot easier on the Jets all of a sudden without their biggest weapon. They still got Jalen Waddle, Devon Arshane, is active. Man, he's a good running back. That dude could end up being a star in that system. Both were listed as questionable. So that is very interesting. And again, you look at the schedule, I just wonder is there a world where maybe they would bring Aaron Rodgers back against a weaker Commanders team, let him play, and then see how he feels? Zach Wilson against the Browns. That's in Cleveland. That's a very tough game against a very good defense they're going to come after Aaron Rodgers in that game. Big time. And he's going to be at risk in that game against the Cleveland Browns. And you got to wonder, that offensive line has not been very good for the Jets. I mean, at times it has flashed and protected, but at other times there was a reason why Aaron Rodgers got hurt. All right, there wasn't enough focus in the on the offensive line prior to the season, and that's why he made it 4 plays in and then was hurt. Zach Wilson obviously is going to have better mobility than Aaron Rodgers. So I wonder, is there a world where if you can win today, you play Rodgers against the Commanders and then play it by ear, maybe even start Zach Wilson? I know that seems out of the box, but if Aaron Rodgers can't get away from those pass rushers very well, Zach Wilson might be your better bet against the Browns. And then bring Aaron Rodgers, if you win that game, bring Aaron Rodgers back again for a game against a good Patriots defense, but you got to think maybe Aaron Rodgers could get some more reps in that Patriots game. And who knows if the Patriots are going to be completely checked out at that point. That could very well be Bill Belichick's game. The Patriot players may have extra motivation in that game because it could be Bill Belichick's finale historically with the Patriots. So you've got to wonder, how is that going to turn out? Man, this is really interesting, but it all hinges. And now that TYREEK Hill is out, and he is out for today's game, inactive, it feels like, they're going to have to win out and get some help. All right? They're going to have to win out and get some help. And because one of those wild card teams, maybe 2 of them, and my gut feeling is a minimum of 2 of them are going to win 10 games. All right? They're going to win 10 games. And so that tells me right there, and it could be the Buffalo Bills out of nowhere, it's going to get interesting. Is 9-8 going to be enough? They're going to need some help. The Jets are. But there's a very good chance Aaron Rodgers will come back if the Jets can pull off what's going to be an upset victory. But look, the Jets defense is very good. But in Miami, the Dolphins are very tough to beat. But without TYREEK Hill, your chances at least do go up. Can they stay within striking distance? Can Zach Wilson do something? It's a huge game. It is a huge game. It really is. That Bills-Cowboys game today, very big. We're coming down to crunch time. Yesterday was good, except for, the last quarter of that Steelers game with the Colts, and then it was a blowout. The Broncos didn't even bother to show up. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.